Hello everyone, Drake Robinson here. So I was gonna make a completely different video today, but I saw this popped up in the news like 2 or 3 days ago, so I was like, yes, I gotta, because this means so much to me, because this is literally my childhood. This is literally what I grew up on. Like, it mind boggles me that we've come to a spot, we've come to a place in this modern backwards effed up society that you know literally less is more in the eyes of many of the gravely ill-educated, which pretty much is, I would say, about 85%. 80 to 85% of this modern society is so heavily uneducated, so heavily uncultured on like so many things, and it's just they will accept anything without a care in the world with how low the standard is, how low the bar is. It doesn't matter. But I am one of the very few who long for the past, who long for the days where things were a lot more sane. And this is a perfect encapsulation of what I'm talking about. Okay, so for those who don't know, Neve Campbell was literally one of the many final ladies out there. She literally created the Scream franchise. Wes Craven, God rest his soul. Kevin Williamson, Neve Campbell, all of them, they're all like literally, David Arquette, they are all literally one of my favorite franchises in the entire world. The Scream franchise. I'm a huge horror movie fan in general, but like, I don't know, it's something about Scream that's just so different, so unique, so out of the box. And I just can't help but every day thank everyone who's a part of that. Neve Campbell being the main, because she will literally carry this franchise on her back for almost 25 years now. One of the very few females that can do that. One of the very few. And I'll elaborate on that. So apparently she was in all 5 Scream movies. They should have stopped at 4, but minor detail. But she was in all 5 Scream movies. She didn't come back for Scream 6, for the atrocity known as Scream 6, because there were some pay issues, and obviously there's some politics there, which I ain't gonna get into. I hate politics. With equal pay and all that, but realistically speaking, she should be the highest paid person they're giving money to, because this is her franchise. Just like Halloween is Jamie Lee Curtis's franchise. Just like franchises belong to certain people. Like their face, their name recognition is why you know that movie. Let's just call that for what it is. And this is my message to Neve Campbell, why you shouldn't come back to the Scream franchise ever if they keep making these movies. Number one, they obviously don't respect you. They don't care about you at all. I mean, you see that with David Arquette, one of the most beloved characters in this entire franchise. You saw how they did him the stupid way. They just completely just embarrassed and, just humiliated and, just without a care in the world, without one original thought in their head, they just ended him. Like, they didn't care about him at all. And it come to find out his killer wasn't even someone, believable. It was literally this 4'9", weighed about as much as if I got my sock wet in like the bathtub or something, weighed about as much as that girl on steroids or something. Like, like, embarrassing. Like, they don't care. Like, he didn't go out in some heroic fashion, like saving what's her face, Ghostface, Courtney Cox. He didn't go out. He didn't go out in some heroic way, saving you or her, taking a bullet or something like that. No, he went out in the lamest, most like anyone who's seen the movie knows what I'm talking about. It was an embarrassment what they did to his character. Wes Craven will be rolling over in his grave right now. He kept that man alive purposefully for 4 movies, building his arc up, and it was just all torn down. like that show, it used to be on the, I forgot what network, Destroy, Build, Destroy. It was like that. They destroyed his character. Only they didn't build it back up. They just destroyed. But anyway, yeah. So they don't care about. They don't care about the legacy characters at all. They're meaningless. Even in even the quote unquote rules scene in Scream 6, where woke Randy, Randy's granddaughter or something, was given the rules, like the legacy characters are expendable or whatever. Like, yeah, no shit. You prove that with Dewey. Anyway, so yeah, so that's number one. They don't care about you at all. Number two, I think you're just doing a disservice to Wes Craven's memory. You continue to do these movies without his guidance. Like Wes Craven, this was his franchise for a reason. He knew what was going on. He literally predicted the future in like all of his movies, Scream 4 in particular. He predicted internet culture. He predicted, just so many things, how the internet would take over the world, and how people don't need friends anymore, they need online fans, etc. Like Wes Craven predicted that, because that's just how genius of a person he was. Same with the other guy, Kevin Williamson. That's just how genius the writing team was. This modern day writing team with Scream 5 and 6, they don't know, and I know for a fact will be in Scream 7 as well. I don't care if they're getting a new director. It's still going to be the same old garbage, with the same old bland, boring characters, the same old stupid motivations for the killers. Like, nothing's going to change. Like, I don't care. They can bring back Stu Macher and Jesus Christ himself to have a second coming. And they could be both Ghostface killers. It's not going to change the fact that this franchise should have ended at Scream 4 and respected Wes Craven's memory. And, I respect, because, like, and on top of that, they're not even paying you half of what you yourself claim they should be paying you. You say it yourself, it was disrespectful. So they obviously don't respect you at all. They can't, they're not fans. They're doing this strictly for monetary gain. They're not genuine fans of the Scream franchise. These radio silence people. And all the Disney Channel writers they got. Like, none of them are like Scream fans at all. I refuse to believe it, because if they were, they would have done a lot better in Scream 5 and 6. But they did nothing. They did worse. The killers got worse from Scream 5 and Scream 6. I thought the Scream 5 killers were bad. And they are. They are atrocious. But the Scream 6 killers are just a step above the atrocious ladder of them. Like in Wes Craven's movies, like the killers got better and better. Ghostface got better and better. He was kind of clownish the first movie, but once you realize who at least one of the killers were, you understood it. He was also kind of, bumbling in the last movie, but he was more serious. He had more aggressive, more cutthroat. And once you figure out who the killers were, you understand why he was like that. Scream 3, the same thing. Scream 4, he was completely just no nonsense at all. He just completely straight down to the merciless offing of the victim. And once you figured out who the killers were, you understood why. I don't understand a thing in these next two movies, Scream 5 and 6. I don't understand a thing they're doing in these movies at all. Ghostface is one way, this way, one scene. He's the other way, another scene. Getting stabbed 50 times over and over again. Apparently, you have the world's biggest safety net in these movies. Like, if you're part of the cool crowd, you're part of the cool privileged crowd, you're safe, you're protected. If you're part of the bottom of the totem pole, what do I say all the time? The bottom of the totem polers always get the short end of the stick. If you're at the bottom of the totem pole, you're a new character or whatever, bye-bye. You're not living at all. If you're a character people like, bye-bye. You're not living at all. It's all a dumb bland characters no one cares about, like Chad. And of course a Chad has to be in this movie, because of course he does, right? And don't even get me started on this Melissa chick, who they actually believe is going to be the next Sydney Prescott. Please. Please, my 5-year-old niece can act circles around this Melissa chick. She is so terrible as an actress. She cannot carry this franchise. She's not capable of doing it. I don't know why people saying she did a better job in Scream 6. No, she did not. I mean, if you want to lower your standards, I mean, I guess you can say, you know, with all the action going around in Scream 6, as opposed to Scream 5, you can say, yeah, okay, maybe you're blinded by all the action that was going on, and that could cloud your judgment. But let's not just say things like, oh, she did a better job. No, she did not. Her face was still the wooden, her emotions were just not there. She's no Neve Campbell. She's not you, Neve. If you ever watch this video, she is not you. They're trying to make her the new you, and it's just literally a Walmart dollar barrel version of literally all the characters we love. Like, Chad is no Dewey. They're trying to make Chad the new Dewey. It's not gonna work. They're trying to make the mannequin from Burlington's, the Melissa chick, they're trying to make her the new you. It's not gonna work. They're trying to make woke Randy the new Randy. It's not gonna work. It's just like, this franchise sucks. Okay, I never thought I'd say the Scream franchise is getting worse and worse, but it is literally getting worse and worse. And, you know, I'm sorry if I'm going off a massive tangent, but there's a lot of frustration, because I know if Wes Craven were still alive today, if he were still directing these movies, and Kevin Williamson, etc., and don't listen to Kevin Williamson as well, Neve, because I know he said you should return. No, you should not return, ever. They don't deserve you. They've proven over and over again, they don't deserve you. They don't deserve the status you bring to these movies. They don't deserve it at all. So yeah, overall, this is my opinion on that. I saw that, you know, me being a childhood horror fan, you know, and Scream is a part of my childhood. I literally grew up on these movies, and, you know, multiple other horror movies, but, you know, this is, don't ever come back. Don't ever, you know, disgrace yourself. Don't ever disgrace, you know, Wes Craven's memory. Like I said, he's turning over. I'm sorry, he is, like, literally, like, seeing what these people have done to his franchise. It is so, just very embarrassing. Just stay away, Miss Campbell. Stay away. I'm out.